The crisis at the Road Accident Fund has come under renewed scrutiny after Parliament's Standing Committee on Public Accounts uncovered widespread governance failures, operational inefficiencies and delays that have left thousands of road accident victims waiting for years for compensation. The controversy has also deepened following SCOPA's decision to pursue criminal charges against former RAF CEO Collins Letsoalo for allegedly failing to comply with a parliamentary summons. While the committee has raised concerns that incompetence and financial mismanagement at the fund are costing taxpayers billions. Following Association for the Protection of Road Accident Victims media briefing this week, the organization is calling for urgent reforms, stronger leadership, as well as swift implementation of SCOPA's recommendations. To unpack what these findings mean for road users, accident victims, and the future of RAF, we are joined by Pieter, Bruyn, Executive Member of the Association for the Protection of Road Accident Victims, APRAV. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for your time. I mean, you held a press briefing. What do you believe are the most urgent reforms needed to restore the Road Accident Fund's ability to serve accident victims? SCOPA also highlighting governance failures, vacant leadership, and positions that need to be filled as a matter of agencies. Are these some of the issues that you addressed in your press briefing?
Yes, indeed. There are three big clusters of solutions that needs to be looked at. Given that this is a multi-layered difficulty, you have to start to immediately repair the harm that's limiting the function of the RAF now, and there are many things that can be done. But you need to also, aside to that, relieve the crisis that's already existing with about 100,000 claims that's not in the system and a backlog of about 50,000 claims for payment. That needs first attention. But then we need to look at, besides stopping the bleeding for this very badly damaged agency, we need to get mechanisms in place to fix the systemic issues. But in all three of these, there are immediate solutions at hand. They just need to be supported by the political powers that be.
Give us a sense of what those immediate solutions that you are referring to, that you say are at hand, that are prevented by political figureheads. I mean, give us some of the examples of those.
I mean, in terms of the harm done, the illegal application of a form of RAF form to deal with requirements to submit a claim was rejected by many courts, and still the RAF for more than 2 years applied it. That means about 100,000 claimants, legitimate claims, were rejected. The state needs to find a way to resubmit those claims. In addition to that, they need to look at addressing the backlog of a few years in terms of paying legitimate claims. And we believe a best way to do that without having to change the law, and can be done tomorrow by a competent exec, a supporting board, and a vacancy-filled executive, is to create a national solutions hub where all the disadvantaged claims and all the claims that did not being settled in years can be dealt with in parallel whilst fixing the RAF. This is a well-known strategy in organizations applying turnaround. The future has to have two components. We need to revive the RAF immediately, and it can be done. There are solutions that can save up to 300-400 million rand a year. That's 4 to 5 billion rand a year, and that can be used to catch up on the backlogs. But we have to look at the long-term improvement of the law, which is not the problem. It was the unlawful breaking of the law by the previous CEO, board, and executive. So the good news is there are many solutions, but we need to start practical, and our press conference dealt with that in detail, and we have shared that with the last 3 ministers of transport, but they seemingly are not interested in solutions. Now, it boggles our mind why not. And the people of South Africa now are not asking anymore. They are demanding that the ministry do their work, the RAF get rid of the incompetent and the corrupt, and that the Oversight Commission, Portfolio Committee of Transport, implement solutions that will come out of the SCOPA report. This is not rocket science. This is doing their work and fixing the basics.
Here's an important issue. I mean, in as far as the backlog is concerned, 21.7 billion rands is owed, 37,622 claimants who are waiting in line. If you were to get the mechanisms that you say should be put in place, getting the board, getting the right people, filling the vacant post and all of that, how do you then juggle this long list? Who do you put first on the line?
It is quite simple. A solutions hub would have to deal in a very focused manner with claims handlers with a mandate to make a decision, with attorneys that's more sensible to balance the claim that is reasonable and just as the law provide, and an admin mechanism to support this. So the solution hub must first deal with the backlog. The RAF, as it is now, needs to, in parallel with that, almost from a clean slate, start keeping to the time requirements for both settling a claim and the responsibility to pay the claim in a certain time period. And that brings us to the funding model. The current fuel levy of about 4.3 billion rand a month is in fact adequate for the month-to-month running of the RAF. But it's the backlog that's the issue. And the word of a bailout is being mentioned. This is not a bailout. In other state agencies, and I don't even want to mention the name, the public knows them, money was stolen, money was mismanaged, money was directed to other places as opposed to what is meant to be. The RAF consists of legitimate, lawful claims, either awarded by a court or agreed to by the RAF. These people would just unlawfully not pay. So this is addressing the backlog for the poor and not a bailout.
Well, thank you for your time there. That is Pieter, the Bruyn, executive member of the Association for the Protection of Road Accident Victims.